Get set.
Gatlin's got a good enough start. Bob was a bit slow to begin. He's got some work to do. Gatlin's in front. Bob stretching out now. He's coming after him. He's immortal now.
Tokyo 2020.
In the year 2021.
Join sports analyst Kern Clint Tyson and team.
Tokyo Olympic coverage at its best.
It's the Tokyo Rush. And it's happening right here on Isaac 98.1 FM.
July 23rd to August 8th.
We take you to Tokyo.
Olympic highlights, robust discussion.
Coverage on our Isaac Facebook page and YouTube FBN TV.
The Tokyo Rush on Isaac 98.1 FM.
Broadcasting live from 105 Woodford Street, Newtown, Port of Spain, Trinidad and Tobago. This is your Sports Rush on Isaac 98.1 FM.
Brought to you by Voodoo's Electrical Enterprises, where quality comes first. Located at Dow Junction, South Oropouche and Southern Main Road, Chase Village.
Oh yes, welcome, or should I say konnichiwa. Welcome to the Tokyo Rush. It's a pleasure to be with you, albeit for 15 short minutes, but we're going to try to cram everything into 15 minutes. We have basketball. We talk about gymnastics and Simone Biles. We talk about Andrew Lewis, about tennis, and so much more. Stay with us. Tokyo Rush brought to you by Voodoo's Electrical Enterprises, where quality definitely comes first. So, Alan, good to see you again.
It's great to be here.
It's a pleasure.
Yes.
We talk a bit about gymnastics. Now, everyone was and is expecting a lot from Simone Biles. Yesterday into today, she pulled out of the individual all-around in the gymnastics. She said it was mentally tough for her. She couldn't deal with the pressure anymore, and she decided to withdraw. Now, fans and athletes are really banding around her, and they're saying, "Listen, you know, she's a trooper. She is strong, mentally tough," and they empathize with her. Right? My question to you today is this: do we take the mental aspect of sport for granted, especially here in TNT and in the Caribbean? Do you think do we take it seriously?
I think it. Sports in the Caribbean somehow, well, again for this region, means somewhat different. I mean, you know, it's one thing to make this type of this platform,
Yeah.
but to understand the long term, the far-reaching implications. Like, for instance, like I said, an athlete like Usain Bolt is what you'd call a total athlete, because he could understand from the get-go how many Olympics he has in him.
Yes.
But that's not something that'll come out of him just like that. Somebody has to say,
yes.
One of his managers had to say, you know, you have 2 Olympics in you. I think I have 3 Olympics in you if you already manage yourself properly. And then so now he has something to work with. And I don't think that discussion happens with our athletes.
No, because I wonder sometimes how goal oriented we are. But if you look at Usain Bolt, you see it seems to be that he reveled under pressure.
Yes, and he loved the challenge.
Yes.
He loved a challenge. No, and more so as well. The issue I'm taking to issue with our culture is this: we are so nearsighted.
Yes, we are.
And I think that nearsighted 1 year in, 1 year out type of mentality is what is lost in the discussion as well. How do we look? How could we look now in the next? Could we look to the next 2 Olympics?
Yeah.
Are we postured for that?
No, listen to me. I spoke to a sports psychologist about 6 weeks ago, right? I called her just to touch base, a friend of mine from the US. And the 2-minute conversation went to about 92 minutes. And she just began to pour and opine. And there's a certain athlete that I quarreled about and fussed about here on Sports Rush, right? And she began to tell me, she says, Kun, I can't go back to the Olympics this year. I'm not going with Team TTO because I can't take it. It's too much for me. I was mentally drained. And she spoke about an athlete who I respect a lot in the sense that he's a premier athlete. And if you would have followed him, you would know that he would have had some indiscretion in the last year and in the last few weeks, testing positive and so on, right? She said in 2016 he needed some technical help because his bicycle, his bike broke down. He needed help with mechanics and all of that, and he got no help. And if what she is saying is true, he went to the Olympic Village in the Trinidad part of the village, right? And he opened his mouth, and what he said, number one, couldn't be mentioned 40 miles from a church.
Right.
But secondly, he just melted down. He had a mental breakdown because he felt as if I was out there on the track.
On his own.
Alone.
Yes.
While the Jamaicans, I heard that the Jamaicans would have a huge billboard in front of their camp. Race time, this time, that time, their flag is up,
well organized.
Their minister of well sport postured. And prime minister will pass through and chat with them. So no, of course it's not perfect, but I'm saying to you, clearly they deal with those issues that could cause you to break. And I'm thinking sometimes, not just in Trinidad but in the world, we pay little attention to athletes who are going through mental strain. We just say, listen, you're good, you're bad. Reminding you that we are live on Facebook and FBN YouTube channel, so on TV, internet.
FBN TV.
Sorry.
Of course.
FBN TV. I'm so 1965.
It's wonderful. No?
I saw myself on TV.
I remember, and I don't need to digress.
No.
I remember being on a platform. I was performing somewhere out of the country, and felt the same way in terms of I understand that space of, you're seeing the support given to others by who is not that the supporting cast, by his or her supporting team.
Yes.
And they're talking about, in Jamaica they chorale, they rally around each other.
Yes, it seems that way. Yes.
And
yes.
and so as Trinbagonians, and we being out there's a certain measure of there are certain measures of togetherness that we're missing, support. So to fight to do it here on our own, and then to get out there and represent TNT and you're on your own,
it would certainly take some. So
for example, a lot to get over.
Sorry. So for example, when we get a medal, we need to count it as 3.
Right.
When we get a medal, we need to say thank God. When we get to a final, and it's not lowering the standard, because I'm one that don't believe in lowering standards. I hold our athletes a high standard.
Yeah, I see Chris have some calls.
Chris, we got a call? Let's take the call.
Let's take a call.
Good evening to you. Yes, Carol, how are you doing?
Good. I wanted to find out what Trinidad was competing in.
What?
What Trinidad was competing in.
Okay, so far...
I ain't saying it had a gymnastics,
No. I was talking about an American. So far, we competed in swimming. Dylan Carter competed in, is it 3 races so far?
I think so.
Right. We had Andrew Lewis, Aisha Chow, Aaron Prince, and Tennille Campbell. You're gonna see Gabrielle Woods tomorrow, I think. Tomorrow in judo.
All right.
And we also have Andrew Lewis overnight. Now,
I see it have to do.
yes. So from tomorrow evening
Yeah.
into Friday morning, you're going to begin to see the track and field starting, the 100-meter women and so on.
That I'm waiting on.
So that is what you're waiting on.
Yes.
Also,
Now what about Darrell and Keyshawn?
javelin with Keyshawn should be next week,
next
Friday into Saturday.
All right. Okay.
Right? And then the relays also, right? I know that. Yes, for sure, for sure.
God bless you. Bye-bye.
Bless you, man.
Thanks, Carol.
I tell you what, things are a bit slow for us this week, but it's going to take off from Friday, especially for the Caribbean.
Yeah, the meat of the whole
You're
thing
going to begin to see, because most of us want to see track and field and even cycling with Nicholas Paul. We want to see that because we feel that that's where the medals might just come from. Tyra with the long jump, we're looking forward to those things. So one of the challenges I think with this Olympics is the whole coverage has been kind of challenging for us. People have been struggling with the coverage, what to watch, when to watch it, and they feel as if our providers letting us down.
The timetable is lost in translation somewhere.
It's very, very hard.
Yeah.
But it's going to get better, I think, throughout the week. Let me jump across to some basketball. Sorry for cutting you with the mental aspect, but we had to fly.
Okay.
The U.S. bounced back from their loss to France earlier today with a 120-66 win over Iran. Yeah, they won by 54 points. Damian Lillard top scored with 23. They actually sunk 19 3-pointers. They got mad because the US, they've lost a couple of their warm-up matches, and in addition to that, they lost their first match against France. So right now the US camp, they're going through a meltdown. Not just the US camp, but USA in general, because the mighty USA should never lose.
Of course.
Basketball. Right? They next play the Czech Republic. They win that game, they go to the quarterfinal. Now, I don't know what's going on with the US team this year, but I think teams are feeling that they are beatable. And because usually with basketball, you think it's a foregone conclusion they're going to win.
Yeah.
Right?
The dream team.
You feel that way.
Yeah.
But this year, it doesn't seem as if it's a foregone conclusion. No, I expect them to win. I think they're going to get it together and they're going to pull it off. But it's very, very exciting because you just don't know what's going to happen with basketball. Switching to football, today the Brazil defeated Saudi Arabia by 3-1. Richarlison scored a double, so they're in along with Ivory Coast.
No, Papa Richarlison.
Yeah, he's doing well. Yeah. Ivory Coast is in the quarterfinals, so they drew with Germany. Germany is out. Reminding you that Germany got to the final in 2016 and they got the silver medal. They lost on penalties to Brazil. So Germany is out. Wow.
German tanker?
Yeah, they're out. Right? So New Zealand is also in, South Korea is in also. So congratulations to them. So the football seems to be moving along nicely. In tennis news, the heat of Tokyo is getting to the tennis players.
All right.
Daniel Medvedev was playing today. He won, but he had breathing issues on the court. And the chair umpire asked him, "Are you okay?" He says, "Well, if I die, the ITF will have to would they be held responsible?" And of course the chair umpire couldn't respond, but he played through it. But what they decided to do is to play the games at a later time, which to me makes sense. And I'm thinking, why would you want to play tennis in the sweltering heat
in the summer of Tokyo?
34, 35 degrees. I mean that's nonsense.
The hottest period of the year. So no doubt you'll have to make some adjustments with it.
Something Brian Lewis said. He said that the Olympics really should have been held in October, where it'll be more autumnish, cooler temperatures. But again, and he actually recommended that. The last time the Olympics was held in September into October would have been in Sydney, Australia in 2000, and it was more springtime for them. It was very, very cold.
Chilly, yeah.
Very, very, very cold.
Okay.
Arthur Bolden spoke about that. I saw a video of Arthur Bolden speaking about that.
And seeing that Kieran wouldn't be able to Fit wouldn't be able to join us.
He was supposed to join us on Zoom. He was supposed to. Andrew Lewis is, as I said, competing this evening in rowing, so we have to find a way to look at that again to see how he continues to progress. One thing I want to say before I go, we have an interview. Look at me.
Yes.
I'm looking at you.
I'm seeing you looking at me.
We have an interview on Friday with an athlete. I called him yesterday, right? Olympian. He says to me, did I tell you this off here? I didn't tell you.
Yeah, it's off here.
He said to me, Kun, You sure you want me to come on? I said, yes. He says, Kun, can I be honest? I said, I want you to be honest.
That's what we read.
He says, Kun, I want to say everything. I said, what? He says, listen, I'm not running anymore, so I don't care. I'm going to tell you what I think. And I asked him this question off air, and I'll tell you his answer, and I'll ask him again on Friday, so you all will know that I'm lying. I said to him, are we going to get any medals in track and field? And he said this to me, none. I said, what? He said, absolutely none. Maybe javelin, maybe Tyra is a stretch, possibly, but none in relays. None in...
Wow.
I didn't ask him why.
Confidence.
Yeah, he was very... And mind you, he's soft-spoken and he's a kind guy. He's not like me. But he's kind and soft, well-spoken and well-mannered. I mean, my mother taught him, for God's sake. You know...
So, you ain't sharing any name as yet?
Vestany Secondary, whoop, whoop. You know.
So you're intrinsic quality for that name?
Huh?
You're calling him already?
You want to call his name?
No.
No, I can do it because he's not afraid of that.
Tune in, people.
Or tune in.
Again,
so Friday, we are going to take it to another level. Now, mind you, we'll be talking about track and field Friday, obviously, because it's going to start.
With an Olympic medalist.
With an Olympian who promised to tell us all
the truth.
He's going to spill...
Truth.
Was it going to spill the tea?
Yeah.
He's going to
spill the beans.
No, I know, but I'll use that kind of term. I'll use you millennials. He's going to spill the beans. He's going to...
the whole truth and nothing but the truth.
So help him God. He promises to be robust and to be totally honest. I think this show could beat back anything in TNT when it comes to talk this Friday. Yeah. As my wife would say...
It's been doing that so far?
Yeah, my wife would say, boy, you beat back all cockfight. And this is going to be a big one. Yeah, so I'm looking forward to it Friday at 6 o'clock. I've spoken to him and he's confirmed, not just for Friday, but throughout the week to give analysis next week with track and field.
What time is it right now in Tokyo?
What's the time now? 6 what here?
15.
It is 7:15 a.m. in Tokyo. So
it's tomorrow.
Yes, it's tomorrow. So it's Thursday in Tokyo. So we look forward to it. And Friday is going to be great. Did I forget anything today? If I did, please forgive me. But Friday we have a half an hour show. So tell your friends and so on. So look at us on YouTube, FBN's YouTube channel, also on Facebook, and we'll be live on Isaac 98.1 FM. Reminding you, we have 2 Olympic reports a day tomorrow morning, God willing, at 10 and at 3. And we have Tokyo Rush on Friday. And don't be surprised if we come here on Saturday if something really, really breaks.
Correct.
I'll be here, definitely. All right, Tokyo Rush brought to you by Voodoo's Electrical Enterprises, where quality comes first.
That was your Sports Rush on Isaac 98.1 FM.
Brought to you by Voodoo's Electrical Enterprises, where quality comes first. Located at Dow Junction, South Oropouche and Southern Main Road, Chase Village. Get ready.
Get set.
Gatlin got a good enough start. Gatlin's in front. Bob stretching out now. He's coming after him. He's immortal now.
Tokyo 2020.
In the year 2021.
Join sports analyst Kern Clint Tyson and team.
Tokyo Olympic coverage at its best. It's the Tokyo Rush.
And it's happening right here on Isaac 98.1 FM.
July 23rd to August 8th.
We take you to Tokyo.
Olympic highlights, robust discussion,
Coverage on our Isaac Facebook page and YouTube FBN TV.
The Tokyo Rush on Isaac 98.1 FM.
We have witnessed an event that they will talk about for as long as they play sport on this planet of ours.
Sponsored by Voodoo's Electrical Enterprises.
Hey, it's your boy Jerry here telling you about my partner Boods Boy. Listen, in spite of the pandemic, the man still have his place stock up and running nice. He have wire panels, light and fixtures, both domestic and industrial. He have the best in LED too, from foundation to finish, or like they say, from before foundation to finish. So make sure and visit Voodoo's Electrical and all the locations sanitize proper. Don't forget to wear your mask. Boots and plain that. Visit any branch today. Shop and save at any location. Chase Village, Marabella, Davie or Dow Village. Voodoo's Electrical. Voodoo's.
Tokyo 2020.
In the year 2021.
Join sports analyst Kern Clint Tyson and team.
Tokyo Olympic coverage at its best.
It's the Tokyo Rush. And it's happening right here on Isaac 98.1 FM.
July 23rd to August 8th.
We take you to Tokyo.
Olympic highlights, robust discussion,
coverage on our Isaac Facebook page and YouTube FBN TV.
The Tokyo Rush on Isaac 98.1 FM.
Get ready.
Get set.
Gatlin got a good enough start. Bob was a bit slow to begin. He's got some work to do. Gatlin's in front. Bob stretching out now. He's coming after him. He's immortal.
Tokyo 2020.
In the year 2021.
Join sports analyst Kern Clint Tyson and team.
Tokyo Olympic coverage at its best.
It's the Tokyo Rush. And it's happening right here on Isaac 98.1 FM.
July 23rd to August 8th.
We take you to Tokyo.
Olympic highlights, robust discussion,
coverage on our Isaac Facebook page and YouTube FBN TV.
The Tokyo Rush on Isaac 98.1 FM.